What's up, viewers? Got some more rapid games coming your way. Alright, let's just make sure it's a normal person. Joined 7 days ago. That's sketchy. But they're winning and losing games like normal, so we can play it. Alright, so I think this is the first time I'm playing this opening. Alright, so here I'd like the knight to go here, but we often get the bishop there instead. And when I get the bishop there, I like to just go here. Because white is used to having this bishop on either this square or, you know, somewhere else. We would like to prevent e4 from being played, but we might not be able to in time. So I think I'll just castle and then maybe play d6. Yeah, so there's e4. So if I play d6, we can get a capture. And then what? I'm gonna play it anyway. Alright, so bishop to d3. So now I very much would like to play knight to d7. The only thing is we still get this combination, and then there's like a Greek gift sacrifice at the end of this. Which is not ideal, unfortunately. So maybe e5 is playable. Pawn takes, knight takes. And I'm down a pawn, which isn't great. Just seeing what the different possibilities are. Check. Ooh, that's interesting actually. So here, pawn takes, boom, pawn takes. I have this move. Which forces this back. Or something like that. Then I kind of have this check anyway, but then I'm losing a piece. Can't help but think I already did something wrong. If I play c5, we just get the push. Well, this looks reasonable. This looks much more reasonable, actually. Because I'm taking this. Alright, we're going to try c5. Something already feels wrong, but I think this is playable. Alright, so this I very much like. So now, obviously, there's going to be a recapture. We're going to get this move off. Now this bishop's stuck. We don't have to worry about that. Then I'm going to pivot and put this knight onto c5, where I'm targeting this pawn a couple of times. Probably get my bishop here. Okay, I got my setup now. I'm going to have to relook at this game, though. Something funky happened. Do I want to take that? The pawn will be kind of out of place on f5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take. Okay, now I just need to figure out where I want to put this knight. d7, c6. Do I just want to move my rook here first, get the bishop into a better spot? I don't know. Maybe just this. I guess I'm also threatening that. Maybe I could just bait out a a3. I don't think it's so important right now. If I were playing a slower game, I would take more time to figure out the move order. But I already think this is fine, playing against the overextended f5 pawn. I think we accomplished something in our early game. Alright, so now I just need to find out where I would like my other pieces. So possibly queen to b6. The only thing is it gets kicked fairly quickly by bishop to e3. Oh, this is simple. Why not just queen to d7? Okay. Yeah, so queen d7 still looks fine. Now I'm defending b7 one additional time. Okay. We might see this move. I really would like to play e4, but I don't think I'm in a rush yet. So maybe here, bishop comes down, bishop comes here. Sack just doesn't work, not to mention I then have my push. Alright, so rook to e8. Yep, we saw that. And now we're going to have e4 coming, in which case f5 is going to collapse, and then this whole position collapses. So my opponent needs to have some sort of plan for e4. So rook coming here, I suppose works for now. So boom, rook comes over. Obviously if bishop takes, I'll just grab it, and then we'll take this piece. But if knight takes, I wonder if I could just in between move this. I imagine I can. Like, I guess this is a move, which is a little frustrating. But no, because then I get two pieces for my rooks. That's fine, that's worth it. Pretty sure Mumbles just farted. Mumbles is my dog, if y'all don't know. He's a fairly new addition to the family. But a year and change now. It's funny because he always sleeps like close to where I am. So if I'm in bed, he'll be close to me. Since I'm at the computer right now, he's like at the foot of the bed. Like not quite falling off, but it seems that way anyhow. Alright, so I think that was a decent move. How do I want to play this? So the idea is here, 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 and then push f6. But I don't think that's a problem, really. Because I'm just going to sidestep it. Yeah, and then that'll be an isolated pawn. So what I could also do is take them here. It's not actually so easy to see how my opponent defends everything. And if you push in that instance, yeah, I guess you can actually push in that instance. Alright, once again, getting lower on time. I'll give it like 30 more seconds, see if I can't come up with anything. So, actually, I think taking that is kind of a must. Let me start there at least. Alright, so now this is a move and this is a move. So both of them are kind of threatening stuff. So this one we might see bishop here, which at least takes it off that scary diagonal. Here, I mean, I have this move coming actually. Here I kind of chase him away. Let's do this. We'll see if we can't get this to push. We'll play g6. We'll be pretty happy. Now, how do I want to recapture that? With king? Or with rook? Let's just do it with rook. Alright, we have 3 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that is actually kind of tragic. I might need to defend that. So here I could bait out this garbage. Not actually entirely comfortable. We're gonna do it though. I'm low on time. So this is a move. Like, we'll see this, but that's just an equal exchange. Okay, can probably step up here. Let's do it. And then probably h5 can be played eventually. So what are we going for? This? It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Let's just get a e4 going, I think. Again, doesn't really bother me. Maybe I just move this here. So I might just do that, actually. I don't know. It would just allow me to play takes on h5. I just want to get to an endgame already, really. Because I spent too much time thinking. Did not get a decent enough position from my thinking. Really? So here, bishop takes would not be too good for me. I'm still looking at h5 here. So h5, well, at least if the pin stays, then I can get e4 off. And I'm pretty happy. So I can't actually take with the queen as much as I'd like to. Because after this exchange we have f7. So after here I gotta take with pawn. Yep, we're gonna play this. Ah, that may have been a blunder. Okay. We lucked out a little bit there. Let's go ahead and get our move off. We might see this. But that's not too scary. I have this coming. Alright, just gotta speed up a bit. Maybe something like that. Okay. So here, I think I'm gonna win the queen. Because if the queen defends, we have this. Alright, gotta win this somehow in a minute 34. Hopefully I win the queen. But I don't see a way to defend the bishop otherwise. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do... Goddamn. This player was decent. This is fine. I'm gonna check. Yeah. This is over. He fought really well, though. Do a quick analysis. I just want to see for myself.
You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic, and you...
Alright, let me mute that guy. He's annoying. Yeah, I was not doing pretty well. And yeah, like I thought, h5 was a blunder. But whatever. Let's keep going. So 7-0. And what's our rating now? 1581. Alright, maybe I don't want to play new accounts. That guy was a bit stronger than 1500, I'd say. Alright. Who are we against now? Someone from 27 days ago. Again, I mean, that's a more normal looking graph though. Looks like they're stabilizing. Well, we get to repeat the opening at least. Ooh, that's different. So normally you play c4 first. Okay, so I have a few options. First, I just want to double these pawns though, I think. So double pawns and then maybe knight here. But then we're going to get c4 played, most likely. Alright, we're going to go into uncharted territory. I don't know any theory here. I'm just thinking I can run around. That's all I really got. What is a good move here? This pawn I kind of just... I mean, that looks free. What am I missing? Bishop coming in? Ooh, that's a trap, I think. Oh well, we're gonna gamble. We'll go back. Like I said, bishop coming here looks pretty probable. But I think I still have this move for now. Ooh. It's fairly uncomfortable. Alright. I guess we're going to have an uncomfortable position for a little bit. Yeah, that pawn was not worth it. Alright, so probably this needs to be played. I'd like to recapture with pawns so that I can then check here. Okay. Something like that, maybe. I don't even know if that check's worth it. I mean, it probably is, but... Let's see, what would I like to do? Maybe here and here eventually. Or sorry, knight would take. Then even if we get this capture, I feel like that's fine. This position doesn't look abysmal, but I don't know. So here we have this. No, because I can just press up with pawn. Yeah, we're just going to see if we can fianchetto here. Alright, so I can't even capture that right now. Queen here? Seems reasonable. Then the knight gets out. Thing is, I don't want to drop this pawn right now. We could have something annoying coming. Alright, maybe we'll try this. So one idea is actually, with the knight here I can take, bishop takes, rook goes here, and I complete my development on the queen side, threatening a pawn. So then we get some sort of defense, and then I can castle, and I'd be pretty safe without this knight being here. Alright, so we're going to see that immediately. Do I still just want to play knight here? I think so. I mean, it covers this key square anyway. Bishop can even come here. That looks pretty tempting. Okay, maybe here and push. I mean, white is obviously just stacking all their pieces on this file. So maybe here I'll allow them to double up, and then I'll play my bishop here. We'll try that. So we're going to bait this move, kind of get them on a weird square. Then we'll play this. Here, takes, 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 takes. I'm getting a bishop for a rook there. Not super pleased. Well, at least now I don't have to do anything. Maybe I even sidestep or something. Maybe I sidestep and then play for d5. Now castling is a little scary though again, because the knight and bishop are still there. Maybe I move this knight to g6. Okay. I feel like I can kind of reverse direction with that. Yeah, let's do this. Maybe we'll look here. I could just move all my pieces over to this side. I'm kind of stopping the only real advance possible here. Alright, so now it's possible again. But push and here. Ooh, I could maybe... That looks tempting as hell. Alright, let's try this. I guess a push is actually maybe playable now. So if push, I could probably castle. Maybe here, just get a knight on that square. So that does drop d6. Maybe I castle first. So what threat is there? There's g5. Doesn't look particularly like it does anything, but... Alright, so we also have 5 minutes compared to 6. Let's see. What would we like to do? I mean, castle seems like something I really want to do. So here, but how is it punished? Knight moves out the way, and then... I guess I can't really defend it. Ooh, no. They could double. Yeah. So we'll castle. If it's attacked, then we'll do this maneuver. Now this rook I just want to move over probably to e8, but potentially to d8. And then this bishop kind of lost its purpose again on this square, so maybe we bring it back to b7. I could even bring it like back here, queen here, and just create a battery with a mating threat. Okay. So I'm not really bothered by any of this. Let's go ahead. Oh, whoops. Let's pick that up, because that's no good. Then we'll have this possible move. And we're finally going to be infiltrating. Let's say it goes back in here. It takes... Really, with a rook. Okay. Well, I have this. Actually, if queen comes here, I probably want to move my rook first. That accomplishes a lot more of what I'm trying to do. Seriously? So here, if bishop takes, I can take here, and I win that trade. So here, queen has to take, in which case I grab back. And then I can just pick up this pawn and be up a pawn. Yeah, we'll go up a pawn. Okay, very nice. I'm going to take this way, so this has a chance of promoting. Rook's going to slide here. And then knights are going to do knight things. This guy's just stuck here. So I probably want to try playing this first. Time has also equalized. Looking pretty good. That doesn't do anything. I guess bishop can capture here. That's got to be the play. But then I just do this, rook comes here, and I still have tempo. Like, this still has to be defended, so we're going to see rook come here. But I can't go after this. If knight comes here, we get a check. King has to come there. Then we have this move. This looks decent. Yep. Gonna go right there. We might see this. But I can just go back. This is being threatened. So it could be protected like this. And then I'll just... Whoa! Okay. I don't know what that was. But this is one now too. Okay. I'm just gonna grab space. There's not a whole lot to discuss here, really. I just want to take up as much of the board as I can. Which just means king in the center, rook being a problem, just slowly advancing the pawns. So I think I can just do this, to be honest. This seems bad. So how do I win that? It's a decent move, actually. That's just a losing move. Alright, let's do this and we'll think for a little longer. So if knight goes here, then I'll play this move. Then when it comes back, we'll have this. I want to say we'll have made progress. I mean, this pawn can fall at the end, but that's not really a big problem. Alright, this move's coming. Yep, I'm sacking it. Here, he has to move somewhere, and I gain opposition. I'll just go the opposite way. Here, check. Here, here. let's see how I would like to do this. Alright, not the cleanest conversion, but it got the job done. 1621, 8-0. Hope I get a game on white now. Better if I get a black game that I can play the Caro con. Full disclosure to my viewers, my weakest opening is my response to d4. It's like miles worse than everything else. Okay, don't know what my opponent's doing there. I'm gonna play something weird. So I could have still probably played the Jobava. But, yeah, we're kind of still playing. We'll get a very similar structure to the Jobava. So I'm looking for a pawn there, yep. Now this, we're probably going to see this or knight here. Bishop's going to come here, we're going to trade off. Normal stuff. I should say almost normal stuff. I'm not a fan of this crap. What do I even do here? So here, check, and knight here, maybe? It just feels awful. I mean, I guess I could play f4. Yeah, I'm trying to play a Jobava setup, but with my bishop stuck inside. It's not very pleasant. I honestly might just play rook h3. And then everything else I'll do normally. Yeah, why not? We'll make a weird move. Okay. Now my opponent kind of really should capture here. Because otherwise this is a very weakening move. Yeah. So now I have tempo. King probably has to come here. Ooh. That was not expected. So if I don't take, we get the push. Push is not coming yet, actually. I don't have to be concerned with that yet. I very much would like to castle this. Let me start with this bishop move. I think I'd like to get my queen out. This move doesn't work. We're going to take the free pawn. We're going to take, and if there's an attempt at a check, then we're just going to block with knight and castle. And we would have finished developing. Yep. So I'm actually blocking off the queen very well from this diagonal. Although my rook is terribly placed where it is. This move's coming though. It's going to be pretty good. So what's the idea behind that move? Don't know. Not going to worry about it either. It's unfortunate. Okay. Bishop's actually not really doing anything still. So here pawn takes. Guess I could take with queen. But I don't really like that. Might just do this. Can't say I'm a huge fan of that either. Maybe now that I'm a pawn up, I just simplify. So we check, whatever the hell, and then bishop here. It takes, queen takes, knight's gonna take. Yeah, we'll try simplifying like this. Okay, so now we'll get this move. Excuse me. What is that doing? Fail this. I don't see the threat. Like, I really shouldn't weaken my position, but I don't know what that does. Like, I'm assuming they just want to recapture. But I could also then just do this pin. Yeah, let's not overthink it. Huh. Alright, so I want to just get the queens off the board. So I am inviting rook to come here, but I think that's fine. Alright, what's the big think about? There's no way to trade those off. So now I could actually play b3 without being scared, and I get tempo to play like a4 or something. Okay. So the knight is the one that they want to move. It's fine. So I just go here, and now what? Might even centralize this dude. That doesn't work. You can't recapture because tactics, you're going to be dropping a knight. Like, you get the pawn, but I have a protected passer. That can't be worth it, I imagine. I don't think that's worth it. Why do you resign? I mean, that wasn't resignable, but whatever. Go up to 1653. What is that, 9 or no? Alright, so we're still gaining about 30 per win. So maybe I'll stop this video at 1700. 2 more games, probably. Alright, it's another new joiner. But they're also losing some games. Like, they seem semi-normal. We'll play it. It's also an e4 game, so... What? What is this garbage? Like, is this move going to be played? I don't really get it. I mean, okay, now this just transitions into normal stuff. Captures. Ooh. This seems off. Gonna go here. Kind of threatening like a reverse Jobava. Could also just go queen here. Takes, boom. Might be playable. Can slide over. Yeah, we're gonna play this. Knight coming here is decent. Maybe not. No, because I could just go here. What is that move? Now it might get pawn takes. This is still hanging. Now the knight's hanging. Now the queen can come in. So here, and then queen has to go here. There's no other choice. Which means I can then go there. But bishop can do this annoying shit. So I'll probably just trade off at that point. I mean, I'm getting a pawn out of this. I don't know why I need to be so greedy. So here, if bishop goes there, I win the pawn faster than I thought I would, but how would I like to do this? How would I like to do this? This seems fine. Rook comes after me, I'll just post right here. Ooh, I can actually make this threat. Seriously? I mean, as long as I get my king to safety, this should just be a free game. Just going right back, huh? Okay. So this rook's not going anywhere, so I'm just going to go ahead and play e6. This may come, but we get check. Then knight's coming in. Yeah, now I'll take. Excuse me. Now we take that. Just gonna put the knight here and then sit it right in front of this square. So here and rook comes here. I want to say this is logical. Yeah, I want to do this anyway just because I need this bishop out. Huh. That I didn't think would happen. But it's fine. Just gonna go here. If rook now wants to go there, we're gonna go here, win the bishop. I don't see this pawn ever promoting, and I can always just sack my rook. Okay, a few options. Let's start with this. This is hanging. We're going to grab it. Then we're going to grab the bishop. Then we're going to castle and win this pawn. Yeah, I can still just do this. Castle. Go here. I think this is actually the more accurate move. Pawn can't push. King can't really come here either. Okay. Huh, okay. Was not expecting that. Here, takes. King can never come too close because then this just promotes. King comes here, I'm taking, by the way. I'll go here. I mean, I'll take a free pawn. This has to be resignable now. This is a little premature, but this way I could get into the last game faster. So let's go ahead and mark this 10-0. Then they're going to give me, what, 32? So they'll put me at 85, 1685. We might be waiting a little while here. I'm not a good enough content creator to timestamp things, but if y'all skip ahead the next 5 minutes in the video and see that it's still this position, just know that he stalled out the game. I can do something to help speed up this process, though. Normally if you report him, it, like, speeds up the game. Yeah. Alright, last one. Alright, let's see what we have. We're only getting 25 from this. If we win. If we play. I'm not seeing the first move. I'm also pretty sure we had, what, 3 or 4 games on black today? Maybe it was equal. No, I definitely had more on black. Ambil rating Sebanyaka. I don't know what that means, friend. I don't want to draw. Okay, so in this structure, I can go here, preventing this move from happening, and now I can get this in. I could also just go bishop here. These are both fine moves. Then I'll close the structure. Okay, we'll close it now. Yep, take. Okay, and now I very much want to play queen here. And pawn might come to block. Actually, what am I talking about? I just have this move. And then there's no castling. And I'm picking up this pawn. And if we get something like this, I guess I can't quite pick up one more. I could just drop down. That should be fine. This is actually a good move, yeah. Like, I'm not getting stuck, but this is unpleasant. I also could just do this. How would I like to do it? I also don't mind maintaining this pin, though. Yeah, why not? We'll do this. Okay, kind of rude. Just opens up a file for my rook. Ba, 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 ba. Getting this piece into the game is going to take a little minute. I don't care about whatever the hell's going on there. Let's just move the knight in. Probably this. So that just gives me a tempo, I think. Although if my opponent's plan is to go here, then maybe I could just wait and see what is going to happen. Like we might get this, and I'll just use my rook. That should be fine. Oh, it might just be that this is trying to be grabbed. So here takes knight here. I guess my opponent can sneak in here, but I don't see how that benefits them. Maybe bishop here is fine. We'll do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I could also play b6. That stops the knight moves as well. Or I could invite the capture and then just go here. Nah, I like b6. We might get this sidestep. This is probably a pawn I'm fine with sacking. Okay. So we can come here now. And this just kind of traps the queen. Yeah, I think the queen's trapped here. Okay. Let's try and finish this. Start here. So this move can happen. Actually, can't happen. This move can happen. Yeah. But to that, I'm just going to sidestep it and probably just check. We'll check from here because this can't be blocked. Okay. Now I can just sack rooks and it should be fine. The only thing is, my opponent is blocking a lot of these squares, which I don't like too much. So it's fine, we'll just do this. Then I'll park my rook here, get the other one in. Do this nice and slow. If we get this move, I'm just going here. I think I just am going to ignore that. So probably can just go here. If rook does whatever the rook wants to do, I'll just drop down. Ooh, that loses the queen, huh? Whoops. Yeah, that's annoying, actually. Do I have a better square I can attack from? So here. Let me not give counterplay. So I'll allow this check. Rook's not needed. And I really just didn't want this check happening. So now this move is possible. We'll do this. Okay, don't know what that accomplishes, but it's fine. My b6 pawn is working overtime. That unfortunately is mate. Good game. Sorry about that, buddy. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let me update this, and then we'll head out for the night. Alright, so still no losses at 1700 elo. I anticipate I'll probably start losing a couple at like 1900, but we'll see. Maybe earlier. Alright, Have a good one, guys. Thank you for watching the last video, by the way. I think it was like an average view time of like 30 minutes per person with 9 views. Which means 9 of y'all watched, at least 5 of y'all watched a good bit of that last video. But anyway, catch you on the next one.